Sometimes I feel like just as I'm wrapping my head around this whole AI thing, bam, something new pops up.
It's moving fast, isn't it?
It really is. But today's deep dive, though, this is about separating the AI hype from what's actually happening, like out there in the real world.
Exactly. We're diving into some marketing material from Google itself.
Oh, Meta.
It is a September 2024 article from the keyword blog. They're showcasing 185 companies that are actually using their AI tools.
Okay, so obviously a little self-promotion going on there,
Of course, of course.
but still a gold mine to see what people are doing with AI, like right now.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see the breadth of applications that they're highlighting here.
185, that's a lot.
It is.
So where do we even begin with this?
Well, one of the key things they're highlighting is how businesses are using these new AI agents. And the thing that's fascinating is this shift from AI simply answering questions to AI actually taking action.
Ooh, AI agents taking action.
Yeah.
So it's not just like, hey, AI, write me a poem. It's like, hey, AI, go book my next vacation. Make sure I get extra leg room.
You got it. Think of it as like having a team of superpowered assistants working away behind the scenes.
I like the way that sounds.
Yeah, and they're popping up everywhere. This article breaks it down into 6 key areas where these AI agents are already making waves.
Okay, let's hear it. What kind of waves? Hit me with the most mind-blowing one first.
All right, well, buckle up because this one's a doozy. Imagine this. You're planning a trip, but instead of battling through a travel website, you're chatting with an AI agent, like the one Alaska Airlines is developing.
Okay, that's kind of standard though, right? I feel like I've seen those little chatbot things pop up on websites.
Sure, sure. But these are not your clunky first-generation chatbots. These AI agents are designed to feel like you're talking to a real human travel agent.
Okay.
Someone who understands your needs, remembers your preferences. They can actually find you the perfect flight at the best price.
Oh, okay. So it's like having a personal travel agent on call 24/7, but without that like awkward small talk and fear that they're judging your travel budget?
Exactly. And it's not just travel.
Oh.
Mercedes-Benz, for example,
Okay, yeah.
they want to take online car shopping to a whole new level with what they're calling an e-commerce infused experience.
Okay. E-commerce infused. What does that even mean?
That is a great question. I don't know. What it means exactly remains to be
Are we
seen.
talking about like personalized virtual test drives
Maybe?
and like AI negotiators that can haggle with the dealership for me?
Potentially.
Yeah.
But that's the exciting part, right?
Right.
We're moving beyond the limitations of traditional e-commerce.
Okay.
And this personalized approach, it's popping up everywhere. Think about gardening.
Okay.
Scott's Miracle Grow.
Yeah.
They're developing an AI agent that gives you personalized gardening advice,
Mm-hmm.
like tailored to your specific plants and your local climate.
Wait, hold on. That's like straight out of Star Trek, but for my garden.
Right.
No more endlessly scrolling through forums, trying to figure out why my basil is turning brown.
Exactly. This is what is so revolutionary about it. These AI agents, they're making this expert knowledge and assistance accessible to everyone, from seasoned travelers to, like you said, novice gardeners.
Okay, this is blowing my mind. But what about those like everyday annoyances, like dealing with customer service? Surely AI can lend a hand there too.
Oh, you're speaking my language now. Imagine calling customer service, and instead of being put on hold and transferred like 5 times, you're instantly connected with an AI agent who knows your entire history with the company.
Okay, now that would be a game changer.
Companies like Best Buy and Discover Financial, they're already using AI agents to do just that.
Wow.
And these agents, they can access your purchase history, past interactions, even your preferences
Yeah.
to provide, faster and more personalized support.
So no more repeating my problem 5 times to 5 different people.
Exactly.
Sign me up. Okay, this is starting to sound less like the AI takeover I've seen in movies and more like, well, a really helpful assistant.
That's the idea. And it's not just about us, as customers. These AI agents are also transforming the way we work.
Okay, now you're speaking my language.
Yeah.
I'm all about working smarter, not harder, so tell me, what kind of AI magic can help me do that?
Well, remember that mountain of emails we talked about earlier?
Don't remind me.
Imagine if you had an AI agent that could sift through them for you and pull out all the key information.
Okay, wait, instead of me spending like 3 hours reading every single word, I could just get the gist?
Exactly. That's what Fireflies.ai is doing.
Get out.
Their AI can summarize those long emails, identify action items. It can even create transcripts of meetings.
Oh my gosh, think of the time savings.
I know, right?
I could actually, like, get to the bottom of my inbox for once.
I know.
What about those tasks that are just, like, soul-sucking?
Yeah.
Like scheduling meetings, I swear I spend half my life trying to find a time that works for everybody.
Oh, tell me about it.
I know, you know.
But here's where it gets really interesting. Hemominas, which is Brazil's largest blood bank,
Okay.
they actually developed an AI agent to handle their scheduling.
Wait, seriously, they trust AI to manage something as, like, critical as blood donations?
They do, and get this, they estimate that this one AI agent could potentially save 500,000 lives every year.
500,000. Hold on. How does scheduling save lives?
All about efficiency.
Okay.
By automating that scheduling process, the AI frees up Hemominas staff to focus on other critical tasks,
Right.
like connecting with donors, getting blood to those who need it faster.
Oh, okay.
So it's a perfect example of how even small AI-powered improvements can have this massive ripple effect.
That's incredible. I love that it really highlights how AI can be about so much more than just, like, convenience.
Right.
It can actually make, like, a real difference in the world.
It can. It can. And here's another one that I think you'll appreciate, especially given your love for learning new things.
Okay, hit me.
Imagine an AI agent that could analyze your skills and your experience
Yeah.
and then match you with your dream job.
Okay, sign me up. Where do I find this magical AI career counselor?
It's in development. A company called Tabia,
Okay.
they are working on this. Their AI agent can scan job postings, identify relevant skills. It can even provide personalized career advice.
Wow, that would have been a game changer when I was first starting out.
Right.
You know, all this talk about AI agents, it made me think about this deep dive prep because I actually asked you for this topic after watching the Formula E race last weekend
Oh, yeah.
because it got me thinking about how AI is being used in sports.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. Because a lot of what we're talking about, like when we talk about those AI agents that can summarize meetings and stuff,
Right.
that technology can be applied to sports too.
Oh, really?
Like imagine being able to get AI-generated summaries of like key race moments, player stats, even strategic analysis, all in real time and in any language.
Now that's what I'm talking about. So instead of me like having to watch the entire like 3-hour race again, I could just get the highlights and like expert commentary. Like it's tailored to what I want to see.
Exactly. And it's not just about summarizing information.
Yeah.
AI is being used to analyze player performance, optimize training schedules, even predict game outcomes.
Okay, this is blowing my mind. But before we like dive even deeper into this world of AI and sports, let's go back to those 6 areas that you mentioned.
Sure.
We talked about customer agents.
Yes.
We talked about employee agents.
Yes.
But what about the folks who are actually like building this amazing AI technology?
Yes.
Surely they have some pretty cool AI tools up their sleeve too, right?
You're right. We can't forget about the developers.
Right.
The article calls these code agents.
Code agents, okay.
And this is where it might get a little technical, but stick with me.
Ah, trust me, I'm here for it because no code, no AI agents.
Exactly. These code agents, they act like superpowered assistants for developers,
Okay.
helping them to write code faster, with fewer errors, and with better overall quality.
Okay, so that sounds incredibly helpful, but can you like break that down for me a little bit?
Sure.
What does a code agent actually do?
So think about all the repetitive, time-consuming tasks that are involved in coding. Things like debugging, testing,
Right.
documenting.
Right.
Code agents can automate a lot of those tasks,
Oh, okay.
freeing up developers to focus on, the more creative, complex aspects of their work.
Interesting.
For example, there's a company called Quantify. They saw a 30% increase in developer productivity after implementing code agents.
30%. Okay, that's significant.
Yeah, it's huge.
That's a game changer. But it's not just about speed, right? I'd rather have well-written, reliable code than something that was just like slapped together in a hurry.
You're absolutely right. And that's another area where code agents shine.
Oh, really?
They can actually analyze code for potential errors and vulnerabilities.
Huh.
Kind of like having a second set of eyes constantly checking your work.
So it was like having like an AI proofreader for your code.
Essentially, yes.
That's amazing. I mean, I can barely get through a paragraph without a typo.
Right. But this is, like I said, it's a game changer for software development.
Mm.
There's another company, Leroy Merlin.
Okay.
They created a code agent that specifically looks for security vulnerabilities, which makes their software more robust, less prone to hacking.
Oh, that's huge because in a world where everything is connected, cybersecurity it's more important than ever. So we've got AI agents for customers, we've got them for employees, we've got them for the developers themselves.
That's true.
It seems like AI is popping up everywhere we look.
Everywhere.
But what about all the data that's being generated every second of every day?
Yeah.
Surely AI has a role to play in making sense of all that information overload. So much data, so little time.
It's like trying to drink from a fire hose, right?
Seriously. But that's where I'm guessing this next category of AI agents comes in.
You got it. The article calls these data agents, and they're all about finding those aha moments buried in mountains of information.
Okay, so they're like digital detectives sniffing out clues and solving mysteries. Okay, I'm intrigued. Give me an example.
Well, let's stick with this Formula E theme for a second.
Okay, yeah.
What if I told you that AI is being used to actually optimize race car performance right down to the millisecond?
No way. I mean, I knew that they were using data analysis and things, but AI is taking it to a whole new level.
Absolutely. Teams are using these data agents to analyze things like tire wear, fuel consumption, even the weather conditions to make real-time adjustments during a race.
Wow. Talk about high stakes data analysis. But it's not just about speed, right? What about sustainability? Because I know Formula E is really kind of pushing the boundaries when it comes to electric vehicle technology.
Yeah, and that's where data agents can play a crucial role too.
Okay.
By analyzing data from the cars, the track, even the drivers themselves, these AI agents can help these teams to improve their energy efficiency and reduce their environmental impact.
Okay, so using data to make the cars faster and more environmentally friendly,
Exactly.
that's a win-win in my book. But let's move beyond the racetrack for a second.
Yep.
What other industries are being impacted by these data agents?
Let's take agriculture.
Okay.
So Bayer Crop Science, they are using these data agents to help farmers to optimize their yields while at the same time minimizing their environmental impact.
So using data to grow more food with fewer resources. Okay, that's amazing. How does it actually, how does it work?
Their AI agents are analyzing data from satellites, weather stations, even sensors that they have in the fields
Oh, wow.
to provide farmers with these real-time insights about soil conditions, plant health, even pest infestations.
So it's like giving these farmers a superpower.
Yeah.
The ability to see things they could never see before.
Exactly. And this kind of data-driven decision-making, it's really transforming industries across the board, from healthcare to finance to manufacturing.
Speaking of healthcare, I mean, we can't talk about data without talking about security.
Right.
Right. All that sensitive information, all those medical records, it seems like such a prime target.
Yeah, you're hitting on a crucial point. I mean, with great power comes great responsibility, right?
Always.
And that's why this next category of AI agents is so important.
Okay, all right, let's hear it. What's keeping our data safe from the bad guys?
The article calls these security agents, and they're like these digital guardian angels, constantly monitoring systems for any signs of suspicious activity.
So they're the ones making sure that my data doesn't end up for sale on the dark web. How do they even work?
Well, they use a combination of machine learning and predictive analytics to identify these patterns and these anomalies that could indicate a security breach.
Okay.
So, for example, they can detect when someone's trying to access an account from an unusual location, or if there's a sudden spike in activity on a particular server.
So it's like having an extra set of eyes constantly on the lookout.
Exactly. And because these security agents are powered by AI, they can actually learn and adapt over time, becoming even better at detecting and preventing these new threats as they emerge.
That is reassuring, especially with all the headlines we see these days about data breaches and hacks. But we've talked about AI agents that can help us work, shop, protect our data. Is there anything AI can't do?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
But this final category in this article might surprise you.
Okay, all right, hit me with it.
We're talking about creative agents.
Creative agents. Okay, now things are getting really interesting. I thought AI was all about logic and data, not artistic flair. What are we talking about here? AI-generated poetry slams, robot painters.
Think bigger.
Okay.
Companies like Radisson, they're using AI to personalize that entire customer journey.
Okay.
From, booking a hotel room to ordering room service. Imagine getting recommendations that are tailored to your tastes, your preferences, all powered by AI.
Okay, that's pretty cool. So no more endlessly scrolling through those room service menus at 2 in the morning trying to figure out what I want. I could get used to that. What else can these creative agents do?
Think about video games.
Okay.
So Square Enix, the company behind Final Fantasy, they're using AI to actually create more immersive and engaging gaming experiences.
Wait, so are we talking about AI-powered characters that can, like, react to your choices in real time?
Exactly.
Yeah.
These characters will have their own motivations, their own emotions, even their own memories, making that game world feel so much more alive and unpredictable.
Wow, it's amazing to see how AI is really blurring the lines between, like, the digital and the real world. It's like something straight out of a science fiction novel, but it's happening right now.
And that's what's so exciting about
Yeah.
this deep dive, right? We're not just talking about the future of AI, we're talking about the present. These AI agents are already out there. They're changing how we live, how we work, how we interact with the world around us.
You know, I don't know about you, but my head is spinning. This deep dive has definitely given me a lot to think about. It's incredible to see how AI is being used to solve those really complex real-world problems was that from optimizing race car performance to helping farmers grow more food, and the fact that it's also being used to create these like really personalized experiences, from planning a trip to playing a video game. That's just mind-blowing.
It's a brave new world out there,
It really is.
and AI is leading the charge. And the best part, this is just the beginning.
I like the way you think. Well, that is all the time we have for today's deep dive. A huge thank you to our expert for, guiding us through this fascinating landscape of real-world AI applications. And to our listeners, thanks for joining us. We hope this deep dive has sparked your curiosity and maybe even left you feeling a little bit inspired about the endless possibilities of AI.